I walked up to strangers with a camera in my hand and made thousands right there on the spot, and you can do the same. See, I'm not gonna lie. Most people laughed and some people said it was impossible, that nobody's gonna pay for a picture in the middle of the street. People said I should play it safe and get a real job. But I don't listen to people who tell others what they can't do, all because they're unable to believe in themselves. So I took that bet on myself every day. Hustling from city to city, road running, jet lagging, selling photos on every street. Some people thought I had something illegal going on. I had lines of people waiting, people paying over $200 for less than a 5 to 10 minute photo shoot. Thing was, I never cared about approval. I was building something, approaching random strangers and selling the photos to them right there on the spot. Not waiting for no opportunity, just going out there and creating it. No blueprint, no boss, just hustle. And at the start, it was slow as sometimes. Outside for hours just to make less than $100 sometimes. But with consistency, learning, and a lot of grinding, the growth became an everyday pattern. Every picture, every conversation, every dollar got better and better. I went from less than $100 on some days to $1,000 days on a regular basis. And in all honesty, you can too. I just dropped a full tutorial on YouTube on how you can make $1,000 in one day using any type of camera, small or large. It's completely free, no strings attached. This was made just for you. It's really no excuses now. You don't even have to own the camera. So, if you broke this Christmas, but you saw this video, man, that's your fault, Jack. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Scotty V. Welcome to my channel if you're new. And we're gonna get straight into this one, man. I wanna give you exactly what y'all came for in this video. So if you're looking to make some money with a camera, this is by far the easiest way to make money with a camera that I've experienced so far. I have myself, and I know plenty of other people who have also made $1,000+ in one day with the camera, and basically just the camera. And it's really pretty simple. I mean, like, anybody could do it pretty much. So y'all stay tuned and we'll get straight into it. So pretty much the only things you'll really need to get this done is obviously you'll need a camera to take the pictures, and then you'll also need an SD card adapter that can connect to your phone or maybe an iPad or something where you can show the people the pictures as well as send the pictures directly to their phone. And then lastly, all you'll need is a way to receive the payments, whether it's Cash App, Apple Pay, Zelle, and then there's also an app called Square where you can receive tap to payments and as well as card payments. Or if it works better for you, you can receive cash payments only. I wouldn't really recommend doing that, only because it's not really the safest thing to do to be walking around with cash in your pockets. So what I would recommend is getting the Square app. You can receive all types of payments, Apple Pay, card payments. You can receive Cash App on the Square app payments too. You can receive just about anything on the Square app. And I honestly don't even know why I'm even promoting them like this. This is not no promo for Square, but Square definitely, y'all need to come film. Y'all need to come talk to me real quick though. So really, other than those three things, a camera, an adapter, and a phone to receive the payments on, you really don't need anything extra. But what can also help is having lighting always. So whether that be a camera flash or just a light to hold, either way, as long as you have good lighting, it's always gonna make the cameras or video work better. And so that's really in any type of photography or videography work you're doing. So I really kind of feel like that goes without saying, like lighting or extra equipment can always make it better, but for this specific thing you don't need it. I've seen people make a lot of money just using a camera only. So all the extra equipment is good, and obviously you could make more money the better the pictures are, but you don't really need it. Like, it's not necessary. So now that you know what you'll need, now we'll get into exactly what you need to do. And so it's really pretty simple, and you probably don't even realize how much money you're missing out of just right there in your city. All you need to do is find places near you where people need pictures at. And so you could either go to places where people are already always taking pictures at, or you can go to places where people don't even realize they need pictures at. And then that way you'll be adding value to people who didn't even realize that they needed something. And some good places to take pictures are some obvious places where people are dressing nice, like parties, clubs, weddings. Or you can also go where very large crowds are already gathered at, like sports games, football games, basketball games, beaches or parks. Or you can go to where large crowds are already gathered at, like sports games, whether that's basketball games, football games, and whether that's the NFL, NBA, or even college sports and high school sports. You can still make a lot of money at those type of events. I never really did it at like high school games or anything like that. I did at one college game out of town, but other than that, I personally haven't really did college events. But I definitely know you can make a lot of money at college events too, because I know people who have, you know. And also you can't forget about the places where people always are going to, like bowling alleys, skating rinks and where tourists are going in your city, like museums or different city attractions that you might have in your city where people are always taking pictures at. Those are the places you need to try to go to take pictures, because people are already taking pictures there and they would love to have a professional picture as well. So you definitely don't want to miss those opportunities, because tourists spend a lot of money when they're out of town. They literally plan to go on that trip, so they have money set aside to spend on that trip. And so tourist attractions are always, a great place to go. And then lastly, you have to go to places where you're thinking about where people are already spending money already. Like for example, malls or shopping plazas, or even fairs or just pop-up shops in your city where people are already coming to vend and sell things at, and people are already coming to spend money at. You can never really miss going to places where people are already planning to spend their money. But one thing I definitely would tell y'all is pick the places you're going to wisely, and you feel me? Try not to start too much trouble with the enforcement that's there, like the security or whatever. Or I wouldn't even say start any problems with them, but when and if they do come and tell you, like, you can't really take pictures here, don't give them a hard time about it, because you definitely could go to jail for that, or they could take your camera and you would never get it back. So I definitely would advise y'all, be careful always, but don't let that kind of scare you away from making money, because a lot of the times people are trying to just do their job. So even though they might tell you something and it might seem harsh or this or that, just talk to them, man. A conversation could always lead to more understanding, because the whole time you might think they just trying to get on you, or it might just be you, or they just picking on you, but they're just trying to do their job. So kind of just have that conversation with them, and you never know, they might tell you a whole nother place you could go that you might make way more money going there. So you know what I'm saying, don't be kind of rude about it when they tell you, and if they tell you that you can't take pictures at a certain place. Just be respectful and handle your business well. Like, you're doing a business at the end of the day. You're running a business, so you don't want to be disrespectful about it at all. So now that you figured out exactly the places you're gonna go, now it's time to learn exactly what you'll be doing. And it's so simple. Like, I swear, the only rules or the only really thing to it is you can't be scared. That's the only thing. Can't be scared. And that's in any business. You can't be scared, because closed mouths never get fed, man. So once you get to these locations where all these people are at, whether they're taking pictures or they're dressed nice and they need pictures, that's when you go up to them and you politely ask them, what's going on, how y'all doing, would y'all like to take professional photos, or you could just say, would y'all like to take photos? And 7 times out of 10, about a 70% chance, they're gonna say, yes, I wanna take pictures, why not? 30% chance they might say no, but that's okay, because you go to the next person and then they're gonna say yes. And so once they say yes, that's when you say, okay, well, by the way, I can send y'all the pictures after I take them. They're just $20 per photo. Or you could just tell them, okay, by the way, after I take your photos, I send them all to you. They're just $40, you receive all the pictures. Or what you could do is you could take the pictures and then show them the pictures and be like, okay, do y'all like these pictures? And then when they say they like them, that's when you say, okay, cool, I can send you these pictures. They're just $20 per picture, or $10 per picture. Or you could put them all in a bundle. You could say you get 5 pictures for $30. Or you could say you get all of them for $50. It's literally however you want to go about it, depending on the location that you're at. You could kind of sauce it up to whichever way you want to say it. And so specifically for this video, in order to make $1,000 in one day, all you'll need to do is find 3 good locations in your city or near you. Me personally, how I like to break it up, I like to go somewhere in the afternoon, somewhere in the evening. And so I live in Atlanta, and it's a lot of nightclubs and things like that, and so I like to go out at night and do it too. So I go the afternoon, the evening, and then at night when I want to have a good day. But to each its own. Obviously you can do however you want to do it, and then you also have to think about the city you're in. Maybe for example in your city it's a lot of places where people need pictures at in the morning time, whether that's sporting events or weddings or whatever is going on in your city in the morning time, and you go the morning time, then the afternoon, and then the evening, and then you got the rest of the night, so you feel me? Or if you really want to go crazy, you go all day. But like I said, it's to each his own. Like, you can do whatever you want to do with this. Like I literally want everybody who can to take this information and run with it. Like, there's no need to kind of gatekeep at all. Information where we could all eat off of, And so once you got those 3 different locations, you'll need to make about $300 to $400 at each location in order to make it $1,000 in one day. And now some of y'all probably saying, dang, you need to make $300. How long do I have to stay there for? You really depending on how much you're charging. That's where it kind of depends on how you want to do it. You'll need to spend about 3 to maybe 5 hours at each location in order to make $300 to $400 at each location. But at the same time, it might vary. Like, it might be sometimes where you have a really good hour, you might make $200 in 1 hour. Like, for example, y'all kind of have to understand how profitable this is. Like, say for example, you're doing $20 per picture and you go to somebody and they get 1 picture. Okay, $20 right there. Then you go to the next person and they get 5 pictures. Okay, that's $120 in probably what? Maybe 15 minutes. Like, cause all you're doing is you going up to them and asking them, hey, would y'all like to take pictures? And then if they say yes, then y'all will take pictures and then they will pick the ones they like, or if you're giving them all the pictures, then you send them all to them. And then this is why you also need the adapter, like I said before, so that you can put the pictures on either a phone or an iPad or something where you could show them the pictures so they can pick the ones they like, or so where you could just send them all the pictures right there on the spot. But you need this adapter to put all the pictures on your phone or an iPad. But then once you do that, you put them all on your phone, you show them the pictures or you send them all to them, and then they pay you, and then that's it, that's done. Then you go on to the next person. It's very simple, but you just can't be scared. You can't be scared of hearing no. You can't be scared of thinking about what other people thinking, because at the end of the day, you working, and what are they doing? Because you really just can't be scared, because at the end of the day, no matter what you're doing, people always gonna have something to say, and at the end of the day, in that moment, you working, and they judging. So it's like, who cares, you know? And then it's like, you making money too. It's not like you just working. You actually making money. So it's like, you really can't be scared. And even when you're not making money, you know it's gonna come. Because you never know when that next yes is gonna be. You never know who's gonna be like, yes, I want to take pictures. It could be an old lady out with her grandkids. She might just want some pictures. She wants some pictures with her grandkids. She don't have no professional, nice pictures with her grandkids. You get what I'm saying? You never know who might want some pictures. So you can't be scared. Like, scared money literally don't make no money. Like, you're gonna be forever scared. And then really doing this, it's no reason to be scared. But I feel like that's something you'll realize once you kind of get started into it and once you try to do it. Because you'll realize like, okay, wow, people like the picture too. So it's like, they get a smile and a cheer like, oh, I love that picture, oh my gosh. And then everybody looking at y'all and you just standing there like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, you got a whole line of people wanting pictures. But that will never happen if you're being scared. So you really just can't be scared to get out there and take that first step. Because it's really simple, man. Like I said, all you need is a camera. You need an SD card adapter to go into a phone or an iPad so you can not only show people the pictures, but also send the pictures right there on the spot. And then you'll need some form of payment, or if you want to take cash payments, that's fine too. But like I said, I wouldn't really recommend that. But overall, it's a really simple process. And I have a bunch of different videos on this topic dropping really soon. I really almost did like a whole tour on the whole south side of the country doing this. And so all those videos gonna be dropping soon, so y'all just stay tuned to my channel. If you haven't already, y'all go down, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the bell so you can be notified whenever I post a video. The bell will just notify you every time I post. It's gonna give you a notification, like boom, he just posted. I feel like you need that. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like you need that. And finally, we'll end the video off with a Bible verse of the day. Today we have Philippians 3:13 through 14. And it says, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead, I press on toward the goal to win the prize, for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus. And that's the Bible verse in the day, man. I hope y'all was able to get something out of that. I know I was. God is always calling us to move forward. The goal is always forward. God is never calling us to move backwards. Everything he has for us is in front of us, and so we have to keep moving forward in order to get those goals. So, with that being said, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. Like I said, I got a lot more videos coming soon. And yeah, let's get it, man. If you liked it, like it. If you loved it, sub it.
I was been supposed to change up. I was been supposed to fold all this pressure. I was been supposed to change up.